53. So a clear lead. Jan Ki Baat is giving a clear lead to the Indian National Congress. India Today Axis, My India, have a reputation of being fairly accurate. They're giving 36 to 46 to the BJP and 40 to 50 to the Indian National Congress. Not really neck to neck. There's a clear edge that the Congress party has. Again, Republic TV 34 to 42 to the BJP and 44 to 52 to the Indian National Congress. India Today, CNX 30 to 40 to the BJP and 46 to 56 to the Indian National Congress. Essentially to say that the Indian National Congress is in a position to form a government at least as far as Chhattisgarh is concerned and at least as far as these exit poll numbers on our screens are concerned. Let me go straight across to someone who's watching these results very closely, the Deputy Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh. Mr. Deo, thank you very much. I'm just looking at exit poll numbers. They're looking for good for the Congress party in Chhattisgarh. Are you taking these projections with a pinch of salt, or is it time to open the bubbly?
I too always take it with a pinch of salt, but these are projections, so I'd always like to wait for the third till the counting is started and done and out, and then we'll really know what is the true picture. But so far so good. So far so good. So no celebrations in the Congress camp tonight. Is that what you're saying? It would be a cause of happiness, certainly, but as a projection. So I would always like to wait till the third. We should not count our chickens before they have actually hatched. And exit polls are known to get it wrong, so that may not be a bad strategy. Can I ask you then, if these exit poll figures stand, what worked for the Congress party in Chhattisgarh, and why the Mahadev allegations didn't clearly stick to the Chief Minister? It was an allegation first off. There was nothing substantial that was put forward. So whatever was levelled, they were simply allegations. And as far as acceptability amongst the people, we tried to do what we had said, and we delivered what we said we would deliver. So I think we have been able to retain the confidence of the people, what we call their bharosa. Are you looking forward to a second term as Deputy Chief Minister or first term as Chief Minister? We know there's been some infighting. We understand that last time you had been promised the Chief Minister's post as well in 2.5 years. That didn't happen. What's the hope for this election and this result? That is inconsequential to the extent that I want to work. The next 5 years, I'm looking at wanting to do 10 years work in the next 5 years. And if I get the opportunity to do that, I will be a satisfied individual. Yes, that is irrespective of whether you're made Chief Minister or not. Whatever responsibility our High Command gives me, I want to work. I want to do something for the people, for the state, for those who have voted me. Okay, Mr. TS Singh Deo, we leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for your time. You're saying you're taking these exit poll numbers, which actually are good news for you, with a pinch of salt. You would prefer to wait till December 3rd to start celebrating. Thank you very much for joining us all the way from Chhattisgarh. Let's now turn to India's largest state, Rajasthan. Needless to say, this was a high-pitched battle. The Congress focused on Vikas and banked on its 7 guarantees. The BJP saw red. And I mean the Red Diary. They attacked the Rajasthan government over corruption, over crime against women, over appeasement and paper leaks as well. Now in Rajasthan, there's been a trend of alternating governments since 1998. Basically, the power shifts between the Congress and the BJP every 5 years. And so far, that tradition has held. So technically, it is the Bharatiya Janata Party's turn to rule. The Congress is hoping it can buck the trend, but that looks highly unlikely given the exit poll numbers. We'll put that out for you. Pollsters believe
that the Janta in the state is bored of the two faces, that is the Ashok Gehlot and Vasundhara Raje, who have held the Chief Minister post alternatively in Rajasthan for many, many years now, and is expecting a change. Today, Mr. Gehlot sounded almost defeated. We'll play that soundbite out for you, and it came before these exit poll numbers came in. But just take a look at this. I think most polls, and you have 4 of them on your screens, are giving Rajasthan to the BJP. Times Now ETG is giving 108 to 128 seats. The majority in the 199 member assembly will be 101. Jan Ki Baat, 100 to 122, again comfortable win. We have TV9's poll strat as well, 100 to 110, again comfortable. And we have PMark that is giving Rajasthan to the BJP with 105 to 125. So if you look at the chart, ladies and gentlemen, what is very clear is that the BJP will sail to victory fairly safely in the state of Rajasthan, as far as these exit polls are concerned, according to the exit polls. But as I'm saying, a caveat here, exit polls are known to get it wrong. Let's now listen in very quickly to Rajasthan's Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, who was hoping to defeat history. Not just the BJP, he was hoping to defeat history in Rajasthan as well. It may not happen according to the exit polls. He sounded almost defeated when he spoke to the press, quickly playing out that soundbite.
एग्जिट पोल कुछ भी आए, सरकार कांग्रेस की बनेगी राजस्थान के अंदर। दिन जो मोदी जी, अमित शाह जी 5 साल मुख्यमंत्री इनका है, केंद्रीय मंत्री की तो लाइन लगी हुई थी, सबने एक भाषा बोली। वो भाषा थी डरावनी, भाषा थी बदले भावना की, तनाव पैदा करने वाली। जो भाषा बोल रहे थे वो किसी को पसंद नहीं आ रही थी। योगी जी महाराज बोलते जानते क्या बोलते थे, तो ये एक प्रकार से भड़काने वाली बातें भी करते थे, धर्म के नाम पे भी। लगता है कि अगर वो चल गया इनका तो अलग बात है, पर फुर्सत से न था वो चला नहीं इनका।
Okay, from Rajasthan, quickly shifting our focus to Hindustan ka dil, that is Madhya Pradesh, where there's a neck-to-neck battle that was predicted between the BJP and the Congress. Is that how it has turned out to be? Let's put out the exit poll figures on our screens. Things, of course, continue to remain tricky here. There is an anti-incumbency wave against Mamaji, that is the current Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan. He's fighting both discord within the Saffron Party and fatigue at the same time. Shivraj Singh Chauhan is the longest serving BJP Chief Minister, but he wasn't named the Chief Ministerial candidate by the party. He has been at the helm for 20 years now. Then there is, of course, the Congress, which is in revenge mode. It is being led by Kamal Nath and supported by one-time rival Digvijay Singh. Quick look, as you look at these numbers that are coming in from pollsters. Again, not all pollsters have put out their numbers for Madhya Pradesh, but what we are putting out on our screens are the ones that are out. Jan Ki Baat, TV9 and Republic TV. It was predicted to be a neck-to-neck race, and is that how it's turning out to be? Just take a look at the picture on your screens. 100 to 123 for the BJP is what Jan Ki Baat is giving. 102 to 125. So that is actually neck-to-neck as far as Jan Ki Baat is concerned. Their prediction is that the fight will go down to the wire. TV9, 106 to 116, 111 to 121, which means they are giving a clear lead to the Indian National Congress, but just about, ladies and gentlemen, just about. What about Republic TV? A clear lead for the BJP according to Republic TV, 118 to 130 for the BJP, and for the Indian National Congress you have 97 to 107, which means there is, let's quickly see who's giving a clear lead. All right, so essentially the exit polls aren't giving us a very clear picture. There are a couple that are giving a clear lead to the BJP. There is one that is giving a clear lead to the Indian National Congress. This fight, ladies and gentlemen, was predicted to go down the wire. You have certain things that have worked for the BJP. You cannot deny that. The BJP is Ladli Behan Yojana. It has been a massive hit. It was introduced this June. The scheme gives financial assistance of 1,250 rupees to over 1 crore poor women every month. Now, not declaring Shivraj Singh Chauhan as the chief ministerial face may actually have worked for the BJP. It has somewhat helped in neutralizing some anti-incumbency against him. Then there were 7 MPs who were fielded in assembly elections by the BJP, including 3 union ministers. That may have given the BJP an edge as well, boosting the party's message of collective leadership. And then, of course, there's always the Modi factor. Coming to the Congress, unlike the BJP, it has had clarity as far as its leadership is concerned. Ex-Chief Minister Kamal Nath has been the face of the campaign. Now, this may advantage the party as it speaks to a singular message for voters. Then there is the Congress's promise to bring back the old pension scheme. The other promise of gas cylinders, electricity subsidies. All these have already been fulfilled in Karnataka. That may have inspired voters as there is delivery of promises. What has worked out, what hasn't, we are again not very clear as far as these exit poll numbers are concerned. This was a fight. Let's put out the numbers for Rajasthan to my producers. The fight was expected to go down the wire, and according to the 3 polls, exit polls on our screens, that is what it is looking like. 116 is the majority mark, and Jan Ki Baat, again, predicting an almost neck-to-neck fight, TV9 giving a clear lead to the Indian National Congress, and Republic TV giving a clear lead to the BJP. My guest this evening, Madhya Narayan, is a senior journalist joining us on the broadcast. Sai Shekhar Angara is again a senior journalist joining us on the broadcast. As far as Telangana is concerned, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as we have those exit poll numbers, we'll be putting them out for you, because Telangana is turning out to be the fight of this election season, and that is where the big surprise may be sprung. Madhya Narayan, of what we have on our screens so far, what do you make of these exit poll numbers? And let us start from Madhya Pradesh, where the picture is still not clear. This was a fight that was predicted to go down the wires, and the 3 exit poll numbers that we have, let's put out Rajasthan as well once again, seem to suggest as much.
Well, I have just been looking up, there are 2-3 ways to analyze any exit poll, particularly because pollsters have, on the one hand, samples and methodologies, whereas what do I do? Apart from the poll approach, we also have to look at the track record of various pollsters before. India Today Axis usually has a very strong track record. I was looking at that, as well as the turnout numbers. Now, Madhya Pradesh turnout is 77%, which is very high, and the general wisdom is that turnout, when high, tend to be, anti-incumbency. From that point of view, I would tend to go with these, Madhya Pradesh outcomes. We haven't yet seen the Axis India Today numbers on Madhya Pradesh. I have taken a peek at the live blog that India Today Axis has been putting out, and they are calling the election in favor of Rajasthan, Congress in Rajasthan, which is a huge thing, if you ask me. As far as Madhya Pradesh is concerned, I am not surprised, but I would like to make one point. The collective leadership is something conceptual. So you cannot be applying one rule in Uttar Pradesh and another rule in Madhya Pradesh and hope that the voter electorate will like the double engine Sarkar in Uttar Pradesh and collective leadership in Madhya Pradesh. So one important point, Shreya, the way I look at it is I discount the campaign agenda of parties. I look more at the manifestos and the deliverables, because that seems to be working better in some ways. From that point of view, BJP and Congress are absolutely neck and neck in Madhya Pradesh. But given the high turnout, well, let me explain both aspects. Farmers, women, and youth have been wooed by both parties. Handouts, in spite of Mr. Narendra Modi's official talk against Muft Ki Revdi and the fact is that, as you yourself mentioned, Ladli Behan Yojana, the BJP has been late but strong in responding with populist schemes, or whatever you want to call them. I don't, these are negative words. As far as I'm concerned, if there are schemes that appeal to the electorate from a way that touches their lives, it is a good thing. Sure. And the BJP has been doing this in Madhya Pradesh, and Congress has been promising it. So from that point of view, the BJP, everything, all things, as they say in economics, other things remaining constant, the edge seems to be towards the BJP, because the if other things are constant, the anti-incumbency seems to get a higher hand, and that's what these exit polls seem to suggest from Madhya Pradesh. Although I am yet to watch the Axis India Today number, because that is something personally I keep a higher weightage on based on past record. Just like in mutual funds, past performance is not a guarantee for current success. So that is there.
That's true. That's true. Chhattisgarh again, Mr. Angara, Chhattisgarh was a foregone conclusion. There were enough people who had traveled to the ground, enough pollsters who had said that the Congress is winning that one, and that's what the exit poll numbers on our screen seem to suggest as well. So Chhattisgarh is clear. Madhya Pradesh, it could still very well go to the wires. Rajasthan, will it end up being a close fight? Again, we cannot say as of now. I'll wait for more figures to come out. I'll wait for more exit poll numbers to come out as well. We have enough on our screens right now, but the picture, if you can take a look at the picture on your screens, Rajasthan is going to the BJP quite clearly. But no surprise here, given the history of the state, given the revolving door. Technically, in any case, it was time for the BJP to rule.
Yeah. So Rajasthan BJP might make it, but usually exit polls, I take it with a pinch of salt. Exit poll results are usually, they are not very accurate in that sense. Largely they may come true, but not always. There were occasions when, large organizations and large media houses also had to apologize or, lick their wounds. For example, not the earlier one, but the erstwhile election of Nitish Kumar, almost every agency has gone wrong in Bihar. So I am not very confident of the outcome of the exit polls, but Rajasthan, since the difference is very huge, and as you rightly pointed out, it's it's a revolving door, like Tamil Nadu, earlier Tamil Nadu. I am not very sure whether Tamil Nadu will be the same again. But then, so they may they keep on changing the government. So it's quite possible that BJP might make it big in Rajasthan.
Okay. No numbers for Telangana. Telangana's voting has just finished at 6 o'clock. No numbers. At least I don't have exit poll numbers for Telangana. But when the elections began, Mr. Angara, the general belief was that it's going to be a cakewalk for the BRS. Not an easy cakewalk, but the BRS will walk away with these elections. That is not how things are turning out by every indication. The Congress is in resurgent mode. Revanth Reddy has done a marvelous job. You just cannot say which way Telangana will go right now. That confidence that the BRS had 2 months ago or 3 months ago, that's clearly shaky.
I agree with you. I really agree with you. And Congress has really given a tough fight, and Congress has caused sufficient buzz. And Congress has tried to capitalize on the anti-incumbency in several constituencies, and also the general fatigue among the people because BRS has been there in power for 10 years. But then BRS hasn't done badly either. There are quite a few local surveys are coming up now, and they are giving a keen fight as the outcome. Some agencies have given an advantage to the Congress, and some agencies have given advantage to the BRS. But I sincerely believe that at 2 p.m. on 3rd, the actual results will start pouring out, and I also feel that at least 20 to 25 or maybe 30 constituencies will have majorities less than 2,000. So exit polls may not be able to gauge the pulse of the people in that sense. So I feel BRS is still it will form the government given the internal dissensions within the Congress. And then Congress may not promise a specific person, project a specific person as the chief ministerial candidate. And then there are groups within the Congress, and MLAs may not really align with the leader that was identified by the Congress. As it is, they have claimed about 10 to 12 candidates have claimed to be the chief ministers. So considering this and KCR's ability to...
Can I just quickly interrupt you here, Mr. Angara? Can I just quickly interrupt you here? We have all the poll figures now. just take a look at your screens. I would urge you and I would urge Madhavan Narayan to take a look at the screens as well. This is the exit poll numbers that are coming to us for the state of Telangana, which could just bring a surprise. How is it looking? TV9, 48 to 58 for the BRS, 49 to 59. 49 to 59 for the Indian National Congress. That is, that is neck to neck. Janki Bagh, 40 to 55 to the BRS, 48 to 64 for the Indian National Congress. Interesting. Interesting. A clear edge here. Janki Bagh is giving a clear edge here to the Indian National Congress. Let's see what India TV is doing. This is not India Today, ladies and gentlemen. This is India TV. 31 to 47 for the BRS. And 63 to 79 for the Indian National Congress. A clear win. 60, as you know, is the majority mark in Telangana, ladies and gentlemen. So that's a clear win for the Indian National Congress as far as India TV is concerned. What about Republic TV? 46 to 56 for the BRS and 58 to 68 for the Congress party. Oh my God, Madhavan Narayan. The Indian National Congress, it seems, according to the exit poll figures on our screens, it seems the Congress is walking away with Telangana. This will be a huge setback to the BRS.
Yes, certainly, but I'm not surprised. But I would like you to, for a change this time, I'm not surprised because all the ground level reports as well as issues suggested that the honeymoon for TRS for having led the movement for Telangana is over. You know, TRS is in the same boat as the Indian National Congress was for all of India in the mid-60s. That you enjoy the honeymoon of leading the movement and then the backlash kicks. 2 points to note here, which is that ideologically Congress and Telangana are not too far apart. But in terms of implementation, Telangana schemes don't seem to have worked as much in urban areas, especially for unemployed youth, whereas it has worked for farmers. But what has worked for Congress is the anti-incumbency sentiment. But interestingly, I would like you to, because it's not yet final, you know, so as they say, the fat lady hasn't sung. So the important point to remember is, in the event of a neck-and-neck outcome, which a couple of polls seem to suggest, BJP as well as the All India Majlis MIM might play a role. Let's not completely take our eyes off that.
Let's put back the numbers for Telangana on the screens, please.
Yeah. So is there a kingmaker syndrome coming in? Because if the majority is at 60, and let's say the Indian National Congress gets the most conservative poll suggests 59 on the maximum for Congress, in which case the interesting part is the Congress has been calling the AIMM as a B team of the BJP because of Mr. Owaisi's posturing.
Correct.
And Mr. Modi and KCR of Telangana had a run-in when Modi publicly said that the BRS wanted to be part of NDA. So interestingly, the would-be allies are already having fights. Ideologically speaking, you would expect Congress and AIMM to come together, which I think might happen in the case of a slightly short of majority, because ideologically they will come together. But all this rhetoric of pointing to each other and saying team B, you know, that kind of syndrome is going to meet some interesting consequences.
And here's the point. Here's the point with the BJP numbers. And now you can either look at it as the glass half full or glass half empty. I mean, they put in a lot of effort. The Prime Minister was there in Hyderabad just about 48 hours ago doing that massive road show. Well, their numbers, of course, much better than from last time. Last time it was only once. Even if you just average out the figures for the BJP, even if they, probably they'll manage to win 5 to 6 seats, which is the party being washed out completely. But again, the campaign had lost steam. We had seen that during the last 15 to 20 days. So I don't think anyone was putting too much weightage on how the BJP is going to do.
Yeah.
But the point is, could the BJP, in case in case it comes to it, could the BJP actually help the BRS out if it comes to it? Of course, they will not ally with the Indian National Congress to let them form the government, but it could happen with the BRS. That's a possibility.
Yeah, I would not rule out that possibility because of two reasons. One is that the BRS is, although it has been very kind and affirmative towards the Dalits and minorities, also has one finger in some kind of a Hindutva imagery. If you've noticed the way KCR has been performing.
Correct.
And also BRS, like Naveen Patnaik's BJD in Odisha and Jagan Reddy's YSR Congress in Andhra, wants to maintain a strategically neutral or this identity. I would call it within the Indian context as a non-alignment. So this is a very interesting thing because you can swing both ways in the event of something. It's like this. You don't touch my fiefdom and I will be happy to collaborate with you. That is what MGR did with Indira Gandhi in the 70s and 80s. So we are interesting times, but I personally think Congress
I'm at the end of the show.
Yeah.
I'm at the end of the show, and that is what exit polls seem to suggest, a clear edge. All of them giving a very clear edge to the Congress party. Is this a bit like Afghanistan defeating Australia and winning the World Cup? We'll talk about that at 8 o'clock. For the moment, we'll leave it here. Thank you very much. Madhavan Narayan, thank you very much for your time. Sai Shekhar Angara, thank you very much for your time. Of course, there will be more figures and more numbers that will be coming out. So on Mirror Now, over the next couple of hours, that's what we are sticking to, giving you the poll of polls, putting out all exit polls and telling you what the average is turning out to be. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. I'm slipping into a break. My colleague Deepak Bopanna joining you from Bangalore now. Do stay with us.
अरे क्या मैडम, कब से घंटी बजा रहा हूँ। मैडम जल्दी हाथ साफ करो ना, मेरे को लेट हो रहा है।
एक मिनट।
वाह, पिन नहीं लगा?
छोटी पेमेंट्स के लिए पिन नहीं लगता।
अच्छा है।
No pin for small payments.
अब लेट नहीं हो रहा?
On PhonePe UPI Lite.
पहले मैं जिद्दी थी, अब आप अड़ जाते हो। पहले मैं नहीं समझती थी, अब आप वक्त लगाते हो। नजरें चाहे हों दो, है सपना एक ही हमारा।
सपने आपके, लैमिनेट्स हमारा। अमेजिंग स्पेसेस के लिए ड्रीमलैम लैमिनेट्स, कुछ मेरा कुछ तुम्हारा।